Welcome back. This is your host, Noura Masri, and this is Echoes of Impact with Noura. We are moving now to the finances of the business. As I mentioned in the beginning, the business financing is the really determine the health of your business. Do you have a real business or do you have a hobby? Like, is your business going to survive or is it going to end at any time at any risk that you have? So, to talk about that, I have a new guest. We haven't had her before at Echoes of Impact, and I'm very excited to have her. And today, Olga, thank you so much for being here with me at Echoes of Impact. How are you today?
Hi, Nora. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Doing great. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, since this is your first time here at Echoes of Impact, would you mind introducing yourself to to our audience so they learn more about you?
Sure. Well, my name is Olga Hurtado, and I am from Colombia, but I live in Miami, in the Sunshine State. I'm a CEO and founder of Knit Books, which is an accounting firm, and we attend businesses from the food industry and construction industry here in South Florida and also other states.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. So, can you tell us something? When did you start your business?
I started business in 2015. So this year marks 10th year
Oh,
anniversary of Knitbooks.
congratulations.
Thank you. I started like a solopreneur, but now we are a team of almost 20 employees.
Wow.
Yes, I know.
This is amazing. So, do you have in-house team or do you have virtual people? Like how are you operating your business?
We have a portion of it like in Miami, and we have a virtual office in Colombia, which I come from.
Oh,
And we split, the responsibilities among both teams. And we basically are the embedded team or the accounting team for our clients. So we have, like, separation of duties and all that, when you
uh-huh.
have an accounting department.
Yeah.
So we serve the clients with with that type of service, and we have it split between Colombia and the United States.
That's awesome. So let's dive in into like since you've been in business for 10 years, this is amazing. I'm sure you've seen a lot of mistakes that business owners have all the time in their financials. So, what are those biggest mistakes that you always see all the time? And how do you think people can avoid them from your experience?
Well, I think the biggest mistake I have seen in entrepreneurs is the lack of planning. Because when you run a business, you are in the hamster wheel, and you think that, oh, I need to do this and I need to do that, but at the end of the day, you end up doing nothing. Like, you don't work with, for your business, you work in the business. So this lack of planning don't help you scale your business, and at the end of the day, you end up doing everything. So, the easiest way to avoid this type of mistakes for business owners is education. Educate yourself, ask questions to the professionals you are surrounded with, and learn more about your finances, your numbers, because they are the ones who give you like the results that you're looking for to project your business for the future.
I love that you said education. One of our core value at Noura's Books, my company, is education because if you are not educated enough, like to know what to ask your accountant, to know what to look for, you really cannot pick the right professional to help you. So I'm glad
Right.
you mentioned that. So how do you think like people really fear numbers, fear the IRS? First, let me ask you, what services do you offer in your company?
We are mainly focused on accounting, like managerial accounting, but we also do taxes only for the clients we prepare the accounting for.
Okay, awesome. Got it. So I was talking to in one interview this morning, someone was asking me about like IRS and how people fear the IRS. But people don't only fear the IRS, they also fear numbers. I don't want to look at my numbers. I'm afraid to look. Maybe I don't have enough money. Or maybe like in the morning, like they don't want to even look at their bank account at any time because I'm afraid,
Yeah.
what if I don't have enough money? okay, like if you don't look, what happens? Like nothing gonna change. You're still gonna have not enough money.
Right,
And maybe
exactly.
you'll be in negative, right?
I think I think fearing the numbers, like we need to understand as entrepreneurs that the numbers are not the enemy.
Yes.
Okay, not looking at the numbers, that's the real enemy. And we need to fight for that. Like we need to get to understand as entrepreneurs that we need to be surrounded by these people that can help us finish or end this fear of numbers. The numbers are not going to judge you, and the professionals that you end up hiring, they're not going to judge you. What they're going to what they're going to do for you, they're going to help you. They're going to help you like realize that clarity on your financials. So the numbers are not the enemy. You as a business entrepreneur, sometimes it's, you are your own enemy, and you need to stop doing that as an entrepreneur.
So how can someone overcome that fear in your experience? Like I'm sure you've talked to a lot of clients and you had a successful way for them like to okay, like go over the fear because we can say like, oh, don't fear them, but they still cannot help it. So do you have some tools and ways that they can use in
Well,
order to help them overcome that fear?
Well, I think like it's the simplicity of having a business. Don't make it too complex, okay? If you are going to check your cash flow, don't download a huge and massive spreadsheet you're not going to understand. Make it simple. Like, money inflows, money outflows, and that's it. The results are going to be your available cash. And with any business without cash is not a business. So don't overcomplicate things. Another thing that I see a lot in entrepreneurs is that they commingle business expenses with personal expenses. So I will definitely recommend an entrepreneur to have separate bank accounts for your business and for your personal expenses. That way you can see your financials clearly. You can see the real picture of your business and check your numbers at least once a week. Like don't make it complicated. You don't have to be like a year report. No, just one time a week. That's it. You snapshot and you'll be done.
Yeah. And that also depends on the type of the business because some businesses they are like money in, money out every single day. How do you know like you have enough money to pay for a job or for to invest in something for your business if you're not looking at your numbers? And having a professional on your side that makes a lot of difference. Because I
Right.
know like numbers we might feel like oh it's easy, it's a spreadsheet like or it's in QuickBook or whatever, it's easy to understand, but for the entrepreneur like who is not in the financial place, it's really hard sometimes. It
Yeah.
the first time I looked like someone like did not really know how to use spreadsheet because we've been using it for so long, even like when we so
Even
it
if,
seems like it's
Nora,
simple,
even
but
if in a piece of paper, like write it down. You don't have to complicate things. When you're starting a business, don't overcomplicate anything. Just make it
Mhm.
simple.
Just understand this is not your bookkeeping.
Right.
As long as you don't mix bookkeeping with just understanding your number, that's fine.
Nora, don't touch QuickBooks, please.
Right? Like, so tell me, like, what do you have horror story about bookkeepings?
Of course, I do. I have plenty. We can spend like hours and hours here. But the entrepreneurs don't understand the importance of bookkeeping until they have to hire an accountant to clean up their books. Okay. And understand that cleaning your books is more expensive than hiring an accountant in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so make it as an investment to you and to your business, and that's it. If you change that mindset, when you understand the importance of that, you will be good. Okay, because sometimes people don't only do bookkeeping for the taxes, and that's the end of the game. Oh no, it's not the end of the game. The clock is going to start all over again on January 1st. So the bookkeeping is the only tool that you're going to have to measure your business throughout the year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they think like the bookkeeping you do at the end of the year is not going to be as accurate as if you are doing it like in a monthly basis. So you forget. Like the other day, like I have my own team of bookkeeping do my own bookkeeping. Because if I leave it to myself, of course, it's not going to get done. So, so even us, like we don't do our own bookkeeping. But the bookkeeper was asking me, so what are these like few charges? I'm like, oh my God, I usually remember everything, but that month, like we had so many transactions. I was so busy traveling and so many things going on. I'm like, I have to stop and think about it because I don't have time right now. I'll get back to you later. I eventually like was able to tell it, and it was the same month. Let alone like being after a year. We ask the clients all the time, okay, what is this? What's that? They don't remember themselves. So we kind of like make the best judgments on the transaction, but it's not gonna give you the same.
No, it's not. It's not the real picture. It's not
Mhm.
the real picture of your business. Not at all. I agree with you 100%.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Olga. Like, we'll be back with you after the break. But now, guys, we're gonna take a break. This is your host, Noura Masri, and this is Echoes of Impact with Noura. We'll be right back.